भाइयों और बहनों, राष्ट्रपति जी ने आपातकाल की घोषणा की है।
अनुशासन के नाम पर अनुशासन का खून, भंग कर दिया संघ को कैसा चढ़ा जुनून, कैसा चढ़ा जुनून मात्र पूजा प्रतिबंधित, कुटिल कर रहे केशव कुल की कीर्ति कलंकित, कह दी कविराय तोड़ कानूनी कारा, गूंजेगा भारत माता की जय का नारा।
Dalits, Adivasi, poor are concerned. They were the biggest beneficiary of emergency period. Not that the emergency was altogether bad.
आपकी माँ का निधन हुआ,
ब्रेन हैमरेज हो गया था, तो 27 दिन हॉस्पिटल में रही, डेथ हो गई, लेकिन मैं आ नहीं सका उसमें, मेरी रिहाई नहीं हुई, मुझे पेरोल भी नहीं दिया गया।
क्रियाकर्म के लिए आपको
बिल्कुल पेरोल नहीं दिया गया। वो लोग हम लोगों के ऊपर तानाशाही का आरोप लगाते हैं, कल्पना करिए।
आप मिल नहीं सके।
Murder of our honorable, our respected constitution, which is the foundation, which is the pillar of our democratic system. How can they say the murder of constitution?
भविष्य में कभी भी कोई भी व्यक्ति तानाशाही सोच को इस देश के संविधान पर थोप न दे, इसलिए बहुत जरूरी है कि इस दिन को याद रखा जाए।
इंदिरा गांधी ने संविधान का पूरा सम्मान करते हुए ये उस वक्त आपातकाल लगाया था। इंदिरा जी लोकतंत्र की रखवालदार थी, चौकीदार थी असली।
25 जून की वो रात देश की आत्मा को कुचल दिया गया था, पूरे हिंदुस्तान को जेल खाना बना दिया गया था, और सिर्फ किसी की सत्ता चली न जाए इसलिए।
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. 50 years is a long time. A long time for memories to fade and people to forget that there was once a time in India when anyone simply disagreeing with those in power could be and was sent to jail. No trial, no reason given, no right to appeal. The constitution was twisted, was kept in abeyance. Election laws rewritten overnight. The aggrieved could not appeal because their right to move courts had been suspended. State governments were being dismissed at whim, left, right and center. In the name of population control, the state unleashed a silent terror on the powerless. Men were herded like cattle, bullied or beaten into sterilization. Fear replaced freedom and was sealed by force. This was the emergency, and we must remember this not just as a chapter in textbooks but as a warning etched in our collective conscience, which is why today the BJP is opening the emergency diaries, detailing chapter by chapter the atrocities that must never be overlooked, because those who forget history are doomed to repeat it. In Prime Minister's own words, it was as if democracy itself was placed under arrest. And this is why Union Home Minister Amit Shah said those memories must be kept alive so that the country's youth is aware and prepared to resist injustice. He said that the country will never forget the atrocities committed in 1975, and hence Prime Minister Narendra Modi has decided to observe the day as Samvidhan Hatya Divas, the day the democracy was murdered, the day the constitution was murdered. And that, viewers, is the reminder that Congress dreads, because today they want to wear the cloak of Samvidhan saviors, the guardians of the constitution, but history cannot allow them that. Every time they raise a finger, every time they cry foul over unconstitutional compromise, the ghost of emergency haunts them. A ghost that reminds India that the first time the constitution bled, it was at the hands of those who now pretend to protect it and call it an undeclared emergency existing in India over the last 11 years. And no rebranding can erase that truth. But that hasn't stopped the opposition from trying to whitewash the taint. While leaders from prime culprit Congress are, believe it or not, saying emergency was not that bad, their alliance partners are going as far as to call the suspension of fundamental rights an act of showing full respect for the Constitution, as the guards, as the custodians of the Constitution. They call the centre's attempts to spotlight the tortures, drama and deflection, while at the same time asking what is the need to talk about the past. Listen in.
और ये दिन इसलिए याद रखना जरूरी है कि भविष्य में कभी भी कोई भी व्यक्ति तानाशाही सोच को इस देश के संविधान पर थोप न दे। इसलिए बहुत जरूरी है कि इस दिन को याद रखा जाए। और इसीलिए मोदी जी ने आग्रह किया था कि संविधान हत्या दिन के रूप में आज के दिन को मनाएं।
जो चीज को सभी ने भूल दिया था, ये जो चीज समाप्त हो गई थी, इसको उछालने के लिए वो फिर कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
इंदिरा गांधी ने संविधान का पूरा सम्मान करते हुए ये उस वक्त आपातकाल लगाया था। किसी भी लोकतंत्र में आपातकाल को एक संवैधानिक मान्यता है, तो आप उसे संवैधानिक हत्या दिन या लोकशाही विरोधी दिन नहीं मान सकते।
50 साल पहले 25 जून 1975 को इंदिरा गांधी जी ने इमरजेंसी लगाया था। क्यों लगाया था? क्योंकि उनकी अपनी कुर्सी खतरे में थी।
हालांकि एक है घोषित और एक होती अघोषित। अगर हम इमरजेंसी को याद कर रहे हैं तो हमें अभी इस समय जो इमरजेंसी चल रही है उसको भी ध्यान में रखना चाहिए।
आप सबको ध्यान हो, भारत के इतिहास में एक ही मात्र ऐसा अवसर आया है जब किसी प्रधानमंत्री को न्यायालय के द्वारा चुनाव लड़ने का अयोग्य घोषित कर दिया गया हो, चुनावी धांधली के आधार पर। वो श्रीमती इंदिरा गांधी थी।
It is obvious why the opposition seeks refuge in amnesia, because forgetting accountability helps forge alliances, and this selective loss of memory is contagious because it afflicts not just the perpetrator of emergency but even the victims of emergency. Look at the offsprings of JP movement. Mulayam Singh Yadav was jailed for 19 months for opposing Indira Gandhi, but his son, who you just heard, cannot even muster the courage to denounce the barbarities of that era. He is not alone. Another Jai Prakash movement product, Lalu Prasad Yadav, who spent 15 months behind bars under the draconian Misa and even named a daughter born during that time as Misa, in fact is somebody who has forgotten it. And now he not only shares table with the Congress party, he has even gone on to say that Indira Gandhi might have jailed them, but she did not torture them. Oh wow, great. His son Tejasvi is silent tonight. Now, someone who has not so far denied being tortured is M.K. Stalin, deposing before Justice M.M. Ismail Commission in 1977. The then 23-year-old Stalin had said he was beaten, slapped and kicked in the stomach when locked up in the Madras Central Prison, where he spent several months during emergency. And his father's Karunanidhi's government was dismissed by Indira Gandhi at the same time. And yet the DMK is in alliance with the Congress party, both at the state level and the national level. Then are those who once spoke against emergency and are now designated spokesperson for the very same people, like Supriya Srinath, who called emergency darkest age of democracy, but today calls those slamming it shameless? Well, and forgets that Rajiv Gandhi, even 10 years later, said imposing emergency was the right decision? Or Trinamool Congress Member of Parliament Sagarika Ghosh, who has gone from asking the Congress party to apologize for the emergency era, of course, when she was not in the Trinamool Congress and was a journalist instead, to saying that it was done because RSS was taking the country towards anarchy. Now, of course, she speaks for the same leader who opposed JP agitation. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Motorola legitimate question that I want to ask on the News Hour tonight is on behalf of the people of India on what Sagarika Ghosh and her ilk will not. Should the Congress formally apologize for emergency 50 years ago? That's the question and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Pradeep Bhandari, National Spokesperson of the BJP. Joining me in the studios, Deepak Reddy, National Spokesperson of the TDP. Also joining the debate, Priyanka Bharti, National Spokesperson of the RJD. Tariq Khan of the Samajwadi Party. Anand Dubey, National Spokesperson of the Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena. Somnath Bharti, former Minister of Law and Tourism and Culture, Government of Delhi, and senior leader of the Aam Aadmi Party. But my first question goes to Ashwini Kumar Mishra, leader of the Congress Party. And Ashwini Kumar Mishra, the issue is today only one request. Should the Congress Party today, 50 years later, just apologize for emergency in 1975, considering there isn't a day when they actually say that there is an undeclared emergency in India over the last 11 years. So if emergency is so bad, why not apologize first for the 1975 emergency?
Navika ji, agree that emergency might not be resulted what it meant for, and it was a very bold decision of Shri Indira Gandhi to,
what was it meant for?
To put emergency.
What was it meant for? Ashwini ji, what was it meant for?
You ask a long
sterilization.
You asked me a long question.
What was it meant for? Putting opposition leaders in jail.
In chaotic democracy.
What was it meant for? Torturing opposition leaders in jail?
The chaotic disorder.
Disorder?
No, it was meant to save the democracy. It was meant to save the democracy.
Save the democracy when the courts had ruled against Indira Gandhi's own election. You wanted to save democracy by imposing emergency? Oh my God!
Of our Indian history.
Do you understand what saving means?
Let me tell you the darkest day of our Indian history. That was when Mahatma Gandhi was killed by Nathuram Godse. That was the darkest day for our country, and BJP is still praying that fellow is still not able to say Godse Murdabad. That was the darkest day. The darkest day was when India got divided.
But you are an evolved party. You are an evolved party. You are a sensitive party. Why don't you apologize for emergency today?
Navika ji, emergency was very much constitutional.
Very constitutional. Suspending all constitutional rights, suspending fundamental rights is your definition of constitutional. And you call yourself the saviors of constitution. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, I don't know how many people in this country are hearing and watching you and understanding the diabolical DNA of the Congress party. Pradeep Bhandari, I'm at a loss of words. Emergency is constitutional. I rest my case.
Well, I'm not surprised, Navika ji, because the mindset of the Gandhi Vadra family is dictatorial. So a dictator will justify emergency as democratic. So that is what the Congress party has done, and this is precisely why they have not apologized for the last 50 years for jailing more than 1 lakh innocent people for jailing more than 250 journalists, for forced sterilization of more than 60 lakh Indians, for suspending the right to life, for bringing in our 38th Amendment, where the Prime Minister will be beyond the judiciary. And let me tell you, I have this book where B.K. Nehru, who was the advisor at that time to Indira Gandhi, he wanted to get the parliamentary system changed to presidential form, where Indira Gandhi would have been a prime minister for life till eternity, and they wanted to make Indira Gandhi the president, and they wanted to get one party rule.
Don't spread lies.
I'm not spreading lies.
You have
this is exactly the verbatim quote. I come very well read, Mr. I'm not like your party. Okay?
I'm
not like your party. And Navika ji, the bottom line
don't spread the lies. Don't spread the lies.
The Congress party,
everything in the application of emergency was constitutional.
Nothing was constitutional. That is the basic.
Superseding Supreme Court judges, setting aside the order of courts was obviously very, very constitutional. What can I say? It was constitutional, na? And let me ask Priyanka Bharti ji. Very constitutional. The putting of Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav in jail at that time, the birth of MISA, when MISA was applied to Lalu Yadav ji, was absolutely constitutional. So those 15 months were constitutional detention of Lalu Prasad Yadav ji. Do you agree with Ashwini ji?
Neither. First of all, BJP does not have even the moral right to talk about emergency.
I'm asking about Lalu Prasad Yadav ji. Pehle wo bata dijiye.
I'll talk about both. Firstly, BJP does not have a moral right to talk about emergency. Where was Mr. Modi or Amit Shah when leaders like Lalu Prasad Yadav,
I will tell you where they were.
Singh Yadav, Ramvilas Paswan ji, all were beaten up brutally on the streets and they were put behind bars.
I'll answer her.
They hiding, changing their attire, and the only thing that Mr. Modi knows is changing attire from the time of emergency.
I'll respond to
And now because he cannot change his communal casteist mindset. You know, when you talk about emergency, I'll only say one thing. Those who know the taste of struggle know. They can only name their daughters or son
and
after
this is why you aligned with the Congress party. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, then as a 25-year-old RSS worker, was travelling across the country distributing anti-emergency literature and building the movement. And this is what your socialist leaders have also acknowledged. Come well read.
And also, when you talk about emergency, don't you remember Manipur? Our PM, our coward PM, could not even gather courage to utter the word Manipur from his mouth, and Manipur is in this country, integral part of India.
Madam Bharti, do not speak about cowardice. Real cowardice is Lalu Prasad Yadav as an 80-year-old man for the 11th time.
Priyanka Bharti ji, Lalu Prasad Yadav was in jail. Mulayam Singh Yadav was in jail. Karunanidhi's government was dismissed. 23-year-old MK Stalin was beaten up and put in jail. These are his admissions before the Commission of Inquiry. And may I tell you what the BJP leaders were doing? Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was in jail. LK Advani was in jail. Sushma Swaraj was in jail. George Fernandez was in jail. Arun Jaitley was in jail. And may I tell you what Atal Bihari Vajpayee wrote at that time? टूट सकते हैं मगर हम झुक नहीं सकते. सत्य का संघर्ष सत्ता से, न्याय लड़ता निरंकुशता से. अंधेरे ने दी चुनौती है, किरण अंतिम अस्त होती है. This is what Vajpayee ji was doing while you were making plans to sit with the Congress party. I want to bring in Tariq Khan. Tariq Khan, आप इनको तो पहचानते होंगे. मैं आपको कुछ तस्वीरें दिखाना चाहती हूं, शायद यादें ताजा हो जाए. You must know this leader. If you don't, this is Mulayam Singh Yadav under arrest in 1975. This is M. Karunanidhi, whose government was removed at that time. This is Jai Prakash Narayan. From which movement you were born, even Priyanka Bharti's party was born. Lalu Prasad Yadav. And this is Raj Narayan ji, who defeated Indira Gandhi. And that is why this country could not could not even see the defeat of Indira Gandhi. Emergency was applied. I want to ask you, आज आप कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हाथ में लेकर घूमते हैं, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल the same constitution which allowed emergency, then why are you saying there is an undeclared emergency today? If emergency is constitutional, you should have no problem.
Samajwadi Party and Samajwadi leaders never defended emergency. Okay, that was a wrong.
Akhilesh Yadav today said aghosht apatkal aaj bhi hai.
You cannot justify 75 with today. Means BJP is wrong. Two wrongs cannot make one right. Okay. BJP is trying to all the time said that thing that कि जो है वो 75 में जो हुआ था, then they have this leverage to do all those things today.
Are you saying emergency was wrong? Are you saying emergency?
2nd March 2021. Okay.
No.
Rahul Gandhi said.
First tell me 26th of June 1975, was it wrong to declare emergency?
Yes.
And if it was wrong, then why is Ashwini Mishra calling it a constitutional act? Why is Ashwini Mishra calling it a constitutional act? Please respond to him. Please respond to him.
Our leader was in jail along with.
But Ashwini Mishra is saying that it was constitutional.
What he's saying, it's in constitution.
It is unconstitutional. Ashwini Mishra, Samajwadi Party is saying it was unconstitutional. You are saying it is constitutional. You are both alliance partners. Can you please take a break, talk to each other and come back and tell this country whether it was constitutional or unconstitutional? Can you please decide between yourselves?
Both of us. You're misquoting both of us.
Oh.
You're misquoting both of us. Navika
Okay,
ji.
how? Please explain.
I am telling the applicability of emergency was under the Constitution Article 352. However, I said that the outcomes of the emergency was not as per the expectations.
So apologize.
We have accepted.
Apologize. For 50 years, your party has not apologized for emergency. Rajiv Gandhi also believed emergency was right. Why can't you apologize? Why can't you apologize? Why can't you apologize? Kahani mat batao. Tell me, apologize. Apologize not to me but to the nation today. To this nation, this great democracy called India, please apologize.
Navika ji, in past also multiple Congress leader has accepted that all the enactment, all the outcomes are of.
There has been not a single apology from
one apology, Ashwini Kumar. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, not one apology in 50 years. If it was unconstitutional, why is there no apology? Mr. Deepak Reddy, you know, can they get away by saying they followed Article 352 present in the Constitution, so emergency was constitutional. Article 38 to 42 amendments were made. Prime ministers became above the law. People could not go to courts, and just because Indira Gandhi lost one election and the whole country and its constitutional rights were taken away and constitutional bodies were made defunct. And they are talking about an undeclared emergency today? Really?
Navika, just give me one extra minute. I would like to totally expose the Congress party. Today in Andhra Pradesh, we had Samvidhan Hatya Divas. Our Chief Minister has just completed the program. And he made it absolutely clear. This is not just about emergency, but a triumph of our great democracy is what he declared. And I would like to remember those dark days to better understand, you know, the bad from the past to the good of our present. It has to be remembered. And I would also like to highlight a freedom fighter from Andhra Pradesh by the name Gora died with agony seeing the excesses of emergency. Emergency is not just an example of how not to be, but to remember the sins of the Congress party. If you observe the statements of the Congress party in the last few years, it is so hypocritical and vulgar in some of their statements. It feels worse than a madam sitting in a red light area and talking about chastity. I would like to raise one more issue with what the Congress party has been raising in the last few years. They've been talking about constitution, which they have brutally violated. They have been talking about judiciary, which they have undermined. They have been talking about parliament, which they have sidelined. They have been talking about press rights, where they have muted and strangled the press then. They have been talking about the opposition and political parties.
In the current
One
situation,
second,
you
one
don't
second, let
see
me
a
just
dark
finish up.
day
They're
when the
talking about the
effigies
opposition
of
and political
Baba Saheb
parties
Ambedkar or the
which they have
constitution
witch
itself was
hunted.
burnt.
Just a second,
You don't see a black day when Mahatma Gandhi was killed by Nathuram Godse, who is still being worshipped by Bharatiya Janata Party.
What is
You don't see that.
Illegal arrests, illegal detentions,
What kind of
forced
hypocrite you are?
sterilization, houses bulldozed, human rights murdered, and worst of all,
You know how many illegal detentions are happening under UAPA, the abusement of the UAPA.
and the fundamental
BJP is
inalienable right
abusing
of
the
freedom.
law. They are
This is what
putting
has
sedition
been done.
charges under
And you can see the
UAPA
gentleman
and
from
putting
Congress
everyone
party.
behind the bar. Is that not an undeclared emergency?
He doesn't have
You
a
don't see
face
that.
to answer any of the statements.
You
and
know,
he's just trying to divert.
Absolutely trying to divert, exactly like Rahul Gandhi, who carries a copy of the constitution, a constitution that his party had no respect for, his grandmother had no respect for. And I want to ask Somnath Bharti. Somnath Bharti, in 1975, the constitution was actually murdered. You must remember the times when all opposition leaders were put in jail. You must remember the times when newspapers were printed blank, when officials were appointed to every single newspaper office to actually censor what was printed, and there was no other way. There were no mobile phones, there was no YouTube, there was no social media, there was no television. There was only the newspapers for news. All that had gone for a toss in the emergency. Governments were dismissed left, right and center. And do you think the Congress party today is a savior of the constitution?
Navika ji, I have in my hand the Constitution of India. And see, while I agree with you that what happened during 1975, the manner in which Constitution was, disregarded, the manner in which Part 3 of the Constitution was put in abeyance, all the fundamental rights were put in abeyance, the manner in which political leaders of other parties were put in jail, all that, I agree with you fully. It was absolutely a cowardice act. It was absolutely an act to murder the democracy. But at the same time, what is happening? See, putting an elected chief minister behind the jail without any cause of action, putting an elected deputy CM behind jail without any cause of action, putting member of parliament behind jail, putting Jharkhand CM behind jail.
Sir, what have you done with the sad leader, Mr. Manjita, today?
Modi's regime.
Sir,
that is also emergency.
Opposition leader
so please
is
do not,
ground of an undeclared emergency. What have you done in Punjab with the Akali leader, Manjita?
What have you done, Mr. Bharti, with Mr. Manjita? Please allow me to speak.
Sir,
please do not interfere.
You have made an allegation on us.
Please do not interfere, Mr. Bhandari. Please.
Mr. Bharti, you are a senior advocate.
Allow me to speak.
Argument, Mr. Bharti, is
wait
that
for your
putting
turn.
an opposition
please
leader
wait
in
for
jail
your turn,
is
sir.
undeclared emergency. What
sir,
have you done with Mr. Manjita
turn,
today?
Okay, allow him to complete his argument. I'll give you time to rebut. Somnath Bharti ji, please respond to the fact that the Congress party, the leader of opposition in the assembly in Punjab, has condemned the arrest of Mr. Majithia. Please comment on that also.
Would you? I will surely condemn. I'll surely comment on that also. What I'm saying, Navika ji, the manner in which three-time elected chief minister was put behind bar, finally Supreme Court commented very heavily that you deliberately arrested him by ED after he got the bail from CBI. See, Deputy CM, MP, Jharkhand CM, ministers, all were put behind bars without following due process of law. Finally, they were all put out of jail by the Supreme Court. Is that not emergency?
No.
The not respecting the mandate of people of Delhi,
Allow
is that not emergency?
Okay.
Taking away the right of their elected government, is that not emergency? The way LG was given all powers in Delhi, is it not emergency?
No.
Please respond. All right, Pradeep Bhandari, they say you condemned the emergency 50 years ago. There is an emergency today. Please respond.
Navika ji, point by point rebuttal. Point number one, none of the cases against Arvind Kejriwal have been quashed by the court. Point number two, today they can go to the court. When Congress party imposed emergency, nobody could go to the court. They had snatched the powers of the court. They had snatched right to life. Point number three, sir, you went to the court of the public opinion with all of this after Mr. Kejriwal coming out of jail. You were thrashed in Delhi by the voters of Delhi and you were defeated saying that you were spreading fake news. But let me tell you a very important point, Navika ji, it's very important. Congress wanted to get a new constitution of India. This is where I want to point. The Congress wanted to finish the old constitution of India because that did not allow Indira Gandhi to be a prime minister for life. This is why they wanted to get a newer article, Article 16, which was proposed by Secretary of Indira Gandhi, P. Andhar, which said that there will be sweeping emergency powers with the president and that would be above the judiciary and it will be the new constitution where the president can interpret the constitution in a way they want. So the Congress was so sinister that this constitution which Rahul Gandhi waves around, they wanted to finish the constitution of India, get a new constitution where the Gandhi Vadra family would be ruling like the Communist Party of China today is ruling China.
Ashwini Mishra, you are raising your hand. Will you still call this? Will you still call the Congress Party savior of the Constitution? Really? I'm coming back. Somnath ji, I'm coming back. Ashwini, are you still the savior of the Constitution? Really?
Navika ji, the kind of chaos happening in the country at that point of time, our jail minister was bombed, train was burned, full anarchism was getting created.
So the Constitution
was motivated to create a coup. That is what the situation when emergency was. That was the full.
Mr. Mishra, stop spreading fake news. The only truth is that court found Indira Gandhi convicted of corrupt practices in the election. In order to save her chair, she imposed emergency. That was the only truth.
You are now trying to justify that the chaos existed and therefore emergency was imposed. Now, Deepak Reddy, is there anything that is further from the truth? Was the reason chaos in the country? Because chaos can happen in many places. West Bengal, there was chaos. Was there emergency that was imposed or president's rule? There was chaos in other states, including Manipur. What did you see? But today they are saying that she was the constitution protector and there was chaos. Was that the reason, or was the reason the defeat of Indira Gandhi by Raj Narayan? What was the reason for emergency?
Navika, I would like to be straight to the point. The facts, what I was talking earlier, the Congress representative could not handle it and he was trying to, stop me and he was trying to disturb me. That itself shows that they have a degree of guilt within them. And what surprises me, some of the Congress members are still justified that there is the emergency was right and there is an undeclared emergency now. If that is true, do you think these people would have been allowed to speak? Number one. Even if they spoke, they would have been either illegally arrested or illegally detained somewhere. And some of them, if they're arrested on air, they would have been put to third-degree torture. Do they understand what it is? And I challenge Mr. Ashwin. I think you have no clue about what has happened during emergency. If you guys think today there is undeclared emergency, if you guys think there is undeclared emergency today, you come on air and say, whatever treatment we have given to the people of India then, we are ready to accept the same kind of a treatment. Then you will know within a day or two how life then was. You should be ashamed of what has happened, and the
You
people
are
of
giving
India
that treatment
have
to a lot of people in
rejected you.
India.
In spite of that,
That
in spite of
treatment
that,
still
you have the
continues.
cheek to
And
come
that
up
is
and talk
totally
now is
unconstitutional.
what is really surprising
The
me,
Article
and that is
352
why,
was
and that is
amended.
exactly why I have given an example that your comments are so vulgar, and I've compared you to a madam sitting somewhere in a red light area. So you guys at least get some sense and start behaving a little
comment on
responsibly.
women, whether in red light areas or otherwise, I personally find them very distasteful. So let's not go that route. But let me ask Anand Dubey ji. Anand Dubey ji, मेरा आपसे ये सवाल है, आज प्राइम टाइम शो पर ऑपोजिशन के कितने नेता बैठे हैं? अश्विनी कुमार जी हैं, प्रियंका भारती जी हैं, तारिक खान हैं, सोमनाथ भारती हैं, और आप
Majority is opposition.
अब 5 लोग बैठे हैं मेरे प्राइम टाइम शो पर, 5 ऑपोजिशन के और एनडीए अलायंस के 2, 5 वर्सेस 2, और 4 बोल चुके हैं बड़े खुले तरीके से. आप बोलेंगे, आई एम श्योर बोलेंगे. इसको आप अघोषित इमरजेंसी कहते हैं, अनडिक्लेयर्ड इमरजेंसी. एंड लेट मी पुट ऑन द साइड, जस्ट बिफोर इलेक्शंस व्हाट डिड द इंडिया अलायंस डू? ये जो आप सब भाई बहन फ्रेंड्स का इंडिया अलायंस था, दे पुट 14 जर्नलिस्ट ऑन अ बॉयकॉट लिस्ट. अब नाउ दैट इज डेमोक्रेटिक और दिस इज डेमोक्रेटिक? प्लीज समझा दीजिए. ये डेमोक्रेसी का जो नया डेफिनेशन है आपको, ये देश आज समझना चाहता है.
नाविका जी नमस्ते. आई विल स्टार्ट माय डिबेट विथ अ शेर. जिन्होंने देश को दे दिया इतना बड़ा जुमला, संविधान की शक्ति पर कर दिया हमला, ये हमें ज्ञान दे रहे हैं इमरजेंसी पर. वादा किया था पुष्प देने का, दे दिया एम्प्टी गमला. Navika ma'am, you know, nation knows कि our supreme leader Shri Bala Saheb Thackeray ji continuously supporting to Indira ji and emergency that time. हम उनके चेले हैं, हम उनके शिष्य हैं. We are follower of our leaders. ये जो नकली शिवसेना के लोग आज बीजेपी के साथ है, where are, कहाँ हैं वो तो कह भी नहीं सकते कुछ. They are गुलाम, वो तो बीजेपी के दास हैं. हम तो कम से कम अपने नेता की बात जो उस समय नेता ने कहा था आज उसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, और जो उस समय परिस्थिति थी इंदिरा जी ने किया. लेकिन सिर्फ इंदिरा जी की बात
सोनिया गांधी जी के
समय पर अटल जी ने भी इंदिरा जी को दुर्गा कहा है. आदरणीय बाला साहब ठाकरे जी ने इंदिरा जी की तारीफ की कहा है, और सपोर्ट भी किया था. प्रतिभा पाटिल को हमने सपोर्ट किया था. कोई
अटल जी ने इंदिरा गांधी जी को सपोर्ट किया था.
तो ऐसा नहीं है कि फैलाइए
निर्जा चौधरी जी के वक्त के हिसाब से पॉलिटिक्स का वर्जन है.
No.
ना. आप सोनिया गांधी जी के दास बन चुकी है आपकी पार्टी.
जब मैं बात कर रहा हूं then I will talk ना.
नहीं आप करो, पर आप गलत मत अटल जी को कोट करो. मेरे भाई अटल जी को गलत मत कोट करो.
Give me 30
You take 1 minute, sir. You take my time also because this is democracy. I will give you. This is not Indira Gandhi's emergency where I will shut you.
Navika ma'am, 11 years से बीजेपी इन पावर इन सेंटर. आप मुझे बताइए कि जिस प्रकार विरोधियों को पकड़ के दबोच लिया जाता है, उनको जेलों में ठूस दिया जाता है, वो इमरजेंसी जैसे हालत नहीं है क्या?
ठीक है, उस समय
घोषित इमरजेंसी.
आप तो नहीं है जेल में, आप तो मेरे शो पर बैठे हैं और 11 साल से आ रहे हैं. आप तो जेल में नहीं है.
हमारे साथ भी सरकार में थे ना ये.
जेल गए.
अरे आनंद भाई, वो 11 साल में से कुछ साल आप हमारे साथ सरकार में
थे. वही जाता है और कोर्ट संज्ञान लेता है. लेकिन आनंद दुबे जी, मुझे एक छोटा सा डाउट है. आप कह रहे हैं बाला साहब ठाकरे सपोर्टेड इमरजेंसी, ही सपोर्टेड इंदिरा गांधी. डू यू रिमेंबर द अदर थिंग्स दैट बाला साहब ठाकरे सेड? He said, I will pack up. मैं दुकान बंद कर दूंगा सोनिया गांधी की कांग्रेस को सपोर्ट करने से पहले. आपकी दुकान तो चल रही है, छोटी हो गई है, लेकिन दुकान तो चल रही है.
मैडम आवर लीडर बाला साहब ठाकरे जी बीजेपी के लिए क्या बोलते थे? इट्स अ कमला बाई. तो ठीक है, वो बोलते थे, उनका स्टाइल था. वो तो बीजेपी को भी नहीं छोड़ते.
गमला बाई आपको यही सब याद आ रहा है. गमला भी तो मिला, किसी मजदूर ने बनाकर आपको एक गमला भी तो दिया. आप अप्रिशिएट नहीं कर रहे. यू आर सिटिंग हियर. द बिगेस्ट proof and evidence that there is no emergency today is the fact that all opposition leaders are sitting here. Each one of them is condemning Modi. आपने नरेंद्र सरेंडर कह दिया, आपने चौकीदार चोर है कह दिया, आप रोज कुछ ना कुछ नई तरीके से कहते हैं प्रधानमंत्री को. कहां है इमरजेंसी? Please explain to me, Tariq Khan, where is the emergency?
Ma'am,
You want us to be in jail to prove that it's an emergency, ना? You want us to be in jail.
No.
तभी आप मानेंगी.
भाई आप बोल भी रहे हैं. आप
मुझे ऐसा, I want to do something to be in jail, ना? आप ऐसा कुछ करना पड़ेगा.
मैंने तो कुछ किया भी नहीं. 13 FIR हो गई थी मेरे खिलाफ.
हम बाहर हैं मैम. आपने कहा एक बार भी कांग्रेस लीडर्स ने स्वयं, इंदिरा गांधी ने 1978 में कहा दैट वाज अ मिस्टेक, 2010 में कहा, 2015 में
नहीं कहा मैम, नहीं कहा. तारिक भाई नहीं कहा, फेक न्यूज फैला रहे हो. ऑफिशियली दिखा दो कांग्रेस ने कब अपोलोजाइज किया है. तारिक भाई
तुम्हारी बीमारी सबके बीच में बोलने की है. मैं
अरे भैया तुमको मुझे जो बोलना है बोलो, पर इंदिरा गांधी ने कभी अपोलोजाइज नहीं किया है.
सुनो, मैं एज इट इज पढ़ दूंगा क्या बोला इंदिरा गांधी ने. 78 में इंदिरा गांधी ने बोला, 2010
नहीं बोला. पढ़ो ना, एग्जैक्टली पढ़ो मेरे भाई, पढ़ो. किसी ने नहीं बोला 2010 में. 10 साल बाद राजीव गांधी ने जस्टिफाई करा जो इंदिरा गांधी ने बोला.
महाराष्ट्र 1978.
अरे 1978 से 1985 राजीव गांधी ने बोला कि उनकी मम्मी ने जो इमरजेंसी इंपोज करी थी वो सही करी थी, उस वक्त की जरूरत थी.
अब ये अलाउ हिम, मैम नविका मैम, यू अलाउ हिम
ये रहा
एवरीबॉडी, है ना. 1978 यवतमाल, वहां पर इमरजेंसी के टाइम पर जो हुआ, इंदिरा गांधी ने उसको कंडेम किया.
उसको कंडेम करने से ये मतलब थोड़ी इमरजेंसी को कंडेम, इमरजेंसी इंपोजिशन को गलत बोला है.
She said mistakes were made and I take responsibility for the mistakes, but this is not called an apology in any language, Tariq Khan. There is a difference between apology and taking accountability for mistakes. Number one. Number two, Rajiv Gandhi 10 years later was also saying that emergency was the right decision. I only want to ask you one question. If you think it was unconstitutional, should the Congress party have apologized? Number one. Number two, BJP जो JP मूवमेंट से निकली है, जैसे आप निकले हैं, उनसे आपका कोई नहीं नाता है, लेकिन जिन्होंने इमरजेंसी लगाई उनके साथ आप ऐसे दोस्त बने हुए हैं, ये रिश्ता क्या कहलाता है?
लीडर वेर इन जेल. We never defended emergency. We condemn all the time. Even today, we are along with Congress, and I strongly condemn emergency in hardest words.
Ashwini Mishra ji, now look at the Samajwadi Party. ये कैसे दोस्त हैं? Condemn भी करते हैं, आपके साथ भी बैठते हैं. Do you trust such people?
Navika ji, that is the beauty of our coalition, where we can take the difference of opinion and still can work for the national interest. However, I also said that the execution of the emergency was not done in right manners, and we regretted that. And we told that multiple times. Can our dearest Modi ji do that same? Can BJP do that? Can BJP criticize RSS who...
Deepak Reddy, mistakes were made in the emergency. Mistakes were made in the emergency. Do you call the sterilization drive a mistake? Do you call the suspension of all fundamental rights of the entire country, all citizens of this country, a mistake? Do you call it a mistake, sir? What is the difference between mistake and difference between a black day in the history of this country? Can you please explain to them?
Navika, what's really surprising is even now they don't have a degree of sorrow about it, or they're not coming out apologetically. So this is something I thank you that you have exposed the true nature of Congress, and the people of India should remember that how dangerous this party and the members are to our country. So thank you very much for exposing the true colors of Congress party. And I'm sure Mr. Rahul Gandhi would also be following Rajiv Gandhi's statements and coming out. Anyway, Mr. Ashwin, the people of India, I don't think you can find anybody who will justify this. Everybody thinks it was wrong. Even now, you guys are not able to get the point. So how far away from reality you all are? And you say the beauty of your coalition. There is no coalition there. There is no coalition. In the ecosystem, Indie ecosystem.
Nobody justified
is a
the
system
outcome.
where
We regretted
you are
it.
only-
We
you
accepted
are only
that we
together
regretted. We have
for
courage to
existential-
accept our
for
mistake
existential,
and work towards
reality.
correcting it.
And you're just
Modi ji,
together.
who's
Keep
not even
yourselves afloat
not
and
even
relevant.
biological,
That
who's
is the
Avtari
naked
Purush,
truth.
who doesn't do
That is
mistakes
the
only.
naked truth. That is the
अवतारी
naked
पुरुषों
truth.
से मिस्टेक ही नहीं
I
होती,
know,
गलतियां नहीं
I
होती,
know you
भगवान की
want,
तरह पूजे
you
जाते
don't
हैं
want
हमारे
my voice
प्रधानमंत्री
coming
जी.
out. I know you stand exposed, but the people of India, thanks
No,
to
because
Navika
you are
they have
spreading
exposed
lies.
you
You are
totally.
spreading
Let
lies.
me let me get in. No, let me get in, Somnath Bharti ji. Somnath Bharti ji,
May I just...
mass sterilizations happened, and they are saying emergency mein some mistakes were made. Were these some mistakes? You know how opposition leaders were put in jail. Some mistakes? Suspension of fundamental rights. You're a lawyer. Please tell me, is that a little mistake?
No, Navika ji, I have already stated in clearer terms in the beginning itself that the way and the manner and the cause for which it was imposed on the country was absolutely unwarranted, and it was a devilish thing. It was a devilish thing. See, but then what I am saying, 2 years of emergency by Indira Gandhi ji of Congress during that time, and 11 years of undeclared emergency by BJP. Now, when elected chief ministers are sent to jail, when institutions are compromised to their political benefit, whether it be Election Commission or it be a CBI or it be ED. In fact,
even the courts, sir,
when you see
even the courts,
that-
because Rahul Gandhi screams about Maharashtra elections every day, the Bombay High Court has given a judgment today. So even the courts are compromised, sir. The courts that kept some of the leaders in jail before they gave bail, are they also compromised? Because people of India are asking tonight. Anish Desai, even if Congress apologizes, will that be enough? Savitri asking the question, if Rahul Gandhi admits it was a mistake, shouldn't Congress name all the culprits who tortured people? Himanshu Jain, Congress shouldn't just apologize, but also condemn Indira Gandhi's actions. Can they do that? Ashwini Kumar, can you do that? Can you condemn Indira Gandhi today? Yes or no?
Navika ji, I have already told that we regretted the outcome.
You have not regretted. You have said some mistakes happened.
No, regret is a very...
The implementation
regret is a
of
very
all
mild
the...
term.
Somnath Bharti, your alliance partner, is saying regret is a very mild term.
The way it was executed was wrong.
You must apologize.
Population control
And
is still
so
a problem for India.
So should
But
Pradeep
we
Bhandari
regret-
apologize.
I still...
Both should apologize to the nation.
Mr. Bharti, your leader has got bail in this country because there is no quote-unquote undeclared emergency. Navika ji, leave apart outcome. They justified emergency. Indira Gandhi's son, Rajiv Gandhi, justified emergency. The intent of emergency by Indira Gandhi was to make one leader, that is Indira Gandhi, rule this country. They wanted to convert Indian democracy into Communist Party
we did
of
a short survey. We did a short survey. We asked people of India, should Congress formally apologize for emergency? Yes said 75% of the people, no said 21%, can't say 4% of the people. We know where the country stands today. And those who are not old enough to remember what happened in 1975, on this day, the 26th of June, must remember. It was the day when all political leaders in the opposition were thrown into jail. When hundreds and hundreds of journalists were put behind bars. And in those days, newspapers were the only way of getting news. There were officials appointed from the government to censor newspapers. One of them, in which I've worked for 10 years, the Indian Express, was printed blank because they refused to give in to censorship. Blank editorials. And that is what it meant to have emergency. Your constitutional rights suspended. You could be put in jail without a question, and you couldn't even approach a court of law for a bail. That is what emergency is all about. Anybody who's talking about an undeclared emergency today needs to go back and revise their history. In fact, Some of the leaders who have now joined political parties should even go back and look at their own positions on emergency, what they have been, before jumping the gun and using political expediency to condemn the undeclared emergency today. Ladies and gentlemen, what would have happened if you or me were just arrested from this studio today, put behind bars, and nobody would know, nobody could question, no court of law that I could approach? What would happen to us then? Think about it. That's what emergency means. We'll leave it at that. Thank you very much to all my panelists for joining me on the News Hour debate.